Proud to be here this evening. Ritz today stands for achievement. As you said at the beginning of the evening, against all odds. Fought a lot of battles, I'm sure, which have never been shown out to the public. Bucked the trend in many ways. And I'm sure you did it with a wonderful team around you. But at the end of the day, every team is led by their leader, and every product that comes to market and sustains itself and stands to make a name for itself and creates its own niche has to be driven by a vision. And I would like to appreciate and congratulate Aruna on that vision and her commitment to that vision. And I think it's sheer what would I say? It's not even determination. I think it's a sheer bullheadedness that just did not let her give up. So I would like to really, really congratulate you. And you're a poster girl for what women should be, could be, and would aspire to be. So I'm very proud to be here, to be able to congratulate all of you and wish you, as everyone has said, many, many more successes, and I'm waiting to see what you have up your sleeve next. Congratulations and all the best again.
Asking me to talk, I am the last person to talk. I always say that if I had kept a canvas, I think it would have been easier for me to paint than to talk. I can only say that to get into something, the Ritz magazine for 9 years, to get a name is difficult, to sustain the name is very, very difficult, and to maintain it and to go leading it into some more years and for many, many years, I think it's all your hardship and the team. I wish you everybody success in getting the Ritz magazine for more successful years. Thank you so much.
Well, I feel privileged to be here, particularly because in my long experience as a politician, Ritz was the only magazine which accurately quoted me. And I was a bit surprised at the extent of research that had been done before they actually came to interview me. And I learned that the moving spirit is a young girl called Aruna. I couldn't believe it when I saw her, that she could transform this magazine in such a short time to such a widely popular magazine. So she's got a great future ahead, and I hope you will do more other things than just Ritz. I think you already started another magazine, and you will go into television. Maybe you take over the movie industry too. Wish you the best for it. India is an extraordinary country. We are the only country with such a large population which is having elections without fail. There was only one occasion when an authoritarian rule was sought to be imposed on the country, and the public revolted and reaffirmed what everybody thought was not possible, that a country with a large number of poor people would prefer democracy to being led by a benevolent government or a non-benevolent government. We were predicted to break up into several countries after the British left. We didn't break up. In fact, those who predicted something like that. They themselves broke up. The country called Soviet Union today is broken up into 16. Yugoslavia has been broken up into 4. So we see many countries going through great problems. I think our neighbor Pakistan is now headed for the same direction. So I think what we can be proud of, when you read newspapers, you get depressed with all this corruption and terrorism and all these different stories. We are also very worried about the state of the economy. But let me tell you the potential India has. All it requires is at any moment of time a good leadership that can transform India from the present poor country to a developed country. We have the youngest population in the world in terms of large countries. The average age of an Indian is 27. The average age of an American is 38. And the average age of a European is 48. And the average age of a Japanese is 50. 70% of our population is below 70, below 35. And if 70% can take inspiration from Aruna, I think India will be a developed country by the end of this decade. And therefore, I would say that the most significant aspect of what Ritz represents to me, which is why I came. In fact, I was this morning arguing in the Supreme Court on this Nirbhaya case, and the government, for some inexplicable reason, was opposing me. Maybe they oppose anything I do anyway, but they were opposing me from proceeding the matter and raising technical issues. But after a couple of hours of argument, the Supreme Court has reserved its orders on the preliminary issue, whether my petition that I have filed before the Supreme Court is maintainable. I'm sure that I'll win that part and ultimately go on to a situation where no juvenile who commits a crime which is heinous, which he knew what he was doing, can benefit from this beneficial legislation for children and escape punishment. And in this particular case, he deserves the worst possible punishment for what he did. I think we look forward to a day in India when women can walk freely, even midnight in the streets, without fear. And for that the Indian Constitution is sufficient for empowering any citizen. I have demonstrated through the Indian Constitution that you can send ministers to jail for corruption, which is something the people thought was not possible. And I think anyone today, if he learns what a great legacy our founding fathers of modern independence gave us in the form of the Constitution, we should be able to transform not only the country but ourselves into very strong people who can stand on their feet. So let us all strive for a great India the way Ritz in 9 years has transformed itself into a great magazine. Thank you.
In the city today, who's, you know what I mean? Basically in Chennai, people are always a little shy, a little kind of, they don't like to put themselves out there, you know. I love Aruna because she is who she is. She doesn't try to scream self-hoarse from the rooftops. She's ambitious. She's unashamed to be ambitious, which is such a breath of fresh air, because women generally don't like to be perceived as ambitious. I think most cultures, everyone kind of frowns at women who look ambitious or talk ambitious or behave ambitious. Everyone wants a woman to be manipulative and pretend to be innocent and sweet and actually be ambitious from inside, you know. And Aruna is a fantastic, dynamic young woman, and I really wish we have more of her, more people like her in Chennai and in South India. Thank you.
Good evening. It's my great pleasure to be here at the 9th anniversary celebration of Ritz, one of South India's most widely read lifestyle magazines. Congratulations to Ms. Aruna Krishnan and the Ritz team for bringing out such a fine publication. When I was appointed as the US Consul General in Chennai, many of my friends and colleagues congratulated me on my very good fortune to live for a few years in the cultural capital of India. As soon as I arrived in this wonderful city 2 years ago, I was immediately swept into its vibrant culture, life of music, dance concerts, film, theater, art, food, the list goes on. Whether I'm attending a concert at a sabha, visiting the serene surroundings of Kalakshetra, attending a play during a theater festival, or enjoying the fun of a stand-up comedy show, I've been constantly amazed at the variety of activities that Chennai offers. Magazines like Ritz play an important role in highlighting Chennai's rich cultural and social life, not just for the people living in the city, but also for those who do not. Ritz not only brings global attention to Chennai, but also functions as a catalyst for innovation and new thought, and also has great feature articles about eminent personalities of Chennai and their accomplishments. And a perfect example is this feature story in the 9th anniversary edition of Ritz about young and dynamic businessman Varun Manian. Tonight, I'm also honored to be able to help unveil Mr. Thota Tharrani's special work of art to commemorate Ritz's 9 successful years. I understand the work was inspired by Beethoven's 9th Symphony. Mr. Tharrani also created the beautiful mural that adorns the outside wall of the US Consulate. The mural is almost 115 feet long, it's 4 feet wide, and it's pretty hard to miss as you're driving along on a slide. Thank you, Mr. Tharrani, not only for creating that beautiful mural, but involving more than 50 underprivileged children to work with you on that project. I'm going to be very intrigued to see your latest creation. So let me conclude tonight by congratulating again Ms. Aruna Krishnan on the success of the Ritz magazine and wish you and your team many, many more successful years, 90 will do, in the future. Thank you.
A lot of us really look up to you for what you've been doing, and like Rahani rightly said, I wish there are many more of Arunas to come to Chennai, because I think Chennai deserves that. While I say that, I'm very humbled to be amongst all the beautiful people today, and it gives us great pleasure to use this platform to reach out, and I would like to thank Ritz for giving us a platform to do that, and I'm sure you're going to continue to do awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Aruna. Thank you for this honor. I know how hard it is to run a magazine. My mother runs a magazine called Culture Rama. She's been running it for a few years, lasting for 9 years with such high quality content is fantastic. And you will do something much, much bigger. I'm sure that's going to happen. So it's wonderful. Thank you. Sir, I think Dr. Swamy needs no introduction. He's a fabulous person. Sir, you're an inspiration, sir, for me, truly. I'm happy to, it's an honor for me to share stage with you. And I think your bold and outspoken nature, sir, in challenging situations today in India is what really makes us look up to you, and we really look up to you to transform the system, sir. So, thank you.
It was really short. It's quite nerve-wracking, but thank you so much, Aruna. It's really nice that you recognize all of us, and even not only the film industry, but even small singers like us. Thank you so much.
Everyone who's taken time out to be here today. It's been 9 years since I started Ritz. Obviously, that's what the event is all about, and it's been an eye-opening journey. When I started, I was so petrified of my age that I wouldn't meet anyone. For at least 5-6 years, nobody had seen me. My picture wouldn't even be in the magazine. And I was that petrified. I didn't want to tell anyone that I ran a magazine called Ritz. But then I slowly opened out because I've always been extremely reserved and shy. This magazine's made me open up. It's opened Chennai up to a whole lot of things. We are now all over South India. I'm extremely proud of the journey so far. And on this landmark occasion, I have a few people that I would like to thank. In fact, many people. But of the ones present here today, I would like to thank my good friends, Colonel David and Renuka David, for making this event possible. They are our presenting partners for the evening. And the very charming diplomat, Consul General Ms. McIntyre, thank you very much for being here today. Dr. Subramanian Swamy, thank you very much, sir. Your cover was indeed a game changer for Ritz. It woke people up, it made people sit up and take notice of the magazine as, as worthy of doing such a serious article as yours. And I deeply appreciate the honesty and transparency with which you have given all your interviews so far. It's been a privilege featuring you on the cover. We hope to feature you many times in Ritz as well. And I would also like to thank all our cover personalities, Gauthami, Rehane, Tanvi, Omar, and all the others who took time out, came here today. Vivek, Karunakaran, how can I forget? And you have all taken time out to come here today to be part of this. Thank you very much for that. I would like to thank film stars Vijay Sethupathi and Mirchi Shiva. We'll keep featuring you in the magazines. Vijay Sethupathi, I must mention that you're doing a fantastic job. I don't know if it's a rags to riches story, but it's extremely inspiring, especially for magazines like ours. I would like to thank the management of Park Sheraton and the general manager Kuldeep. Kuldeep, please, for being our hosts of the evening. That's general manager Kuldeep and Sonal and his entire team, Kuldeep's entire team. Thank you very much, Kuldeep. It's been a pleasure having this event in this beautiful location. And I may have left a few people out. I'm extremely sorry. I would like to tell you that we have two more unveiling here today. Varun Manian is on our cover. He is gracing the cover of our 9th anniversary edition. It's been a stunning cover. Thank you, Varun, for transforming the cover. It looked like GQ. Thank you. Thank you. And I would like to thank Thota Tharrani, sir. I'm deeply inspired by him. He has done such fantastic work, both in the film industry as an art director as well as an artist. I'm very humbled by his dedication to his craft, and I really hope we have a long, very successful professional relationship together. Thank you, each and every one of you, for taking time out and coming here today. Thanks to our advertisers, readers, and everyone for making this such a big success. Thank you very much.